Alright guys, this is just going to be a quick, more or less kind of visual of why it is we're always at war with the certain countries we are, or on the brink of war with the certain countries we are, or why there's all of a sudden attacks that happen with certain countries. It all goes back to the Rothschild banking cartel, or the central banks, Federal Reserve, the BIS, etc., etc., etc. Now, North Korea. Why North Korea? Year 2000, there were 7 countries without a Rothschild-owned central bank: Afghanistan, Iraq, Sudan, Libya, Cuba, North Korea, and Iran. Only countries left in 2003 were Sudan, Libya, Cuba, North Korea, and Iran. You know why? Because of 9/11, and then we went into Iraq and Afghanistan. What did we do there? We went in and installed a central bank. After 9/11, in 2011, without a central bank owned by the Rothschild banking family, are Cuba, North Korea, and Iran. Because we ended up going through Sudan and Libya as well. Every country on the Rothschild defiance list has been invaded by the United States, or is about to be invaded, in other words, and some will not find this the least bit shocking. Every war of occupation that the U.S. has fought has been done on behalf of the Rothschild banking cartel. Most JFK assassination researchers will claim that JFK was assassinated in order to accomplish 3 primary goals. All of the following events happened within 9 months of JFK's death: reversal of JFK's nuclear test ban, military-industrial complex was happy, as were the interlocked banksters. Reversal of JFK's stay out of Vietnam. This was accomplished through the assassination of both leaders of both Vietnam and the United States, carried out by the CIA less than 3 weeks apart. Vietnam was a cash cow for the establishment banks and the military-industrial complex. For example, Rockefeller-owned Chevrolet received the bulk of defense contracts for the Vietnam as the middlemen. The profits were enormous. Following the phony Gulf of Tonkin non-event, the U.S. had 100,000 combat troops stationed in Vietnam. This was accomplished in only 9 months. Keep in mind, JFK had even announced that the combat advisors would be brought home the following year. Number 3, JFK had great disdain for the debt enslavement system of the Federal Reserve. He ordered the production of silver certificates, which threatened the monopoly of the Federal Reserve, and of course, JFK was murdered. Syria. Russian troops are pouring in Syria. Russia is beefing up both Syria and Iran's surface-to-air missile defense system. Why? Because the Russians, the Syrians, and Iranians know what is coming. Taking Syria is the key to taking Iran. Iran is a special prize. First, Iran is damaging the petrodollar of the Federal Reserve by selling oil for gold to the BRICS nations. Gaddafi, we put in a central bank there. Again, this is going to be quick little facts and rushing through it. Complete list of Rothschild-owned and controlled central banks. An increasingly amount of people are waking up to the fact that 99% of the Earth's population is controlled by the 1%. But did you know that one family, the Rothschilds, rule everything, even that elite 1%? Bloodline, probably the most powerful bloodline on Earth. Their estimated wealth around 500 trillion. Here's a complete list of all of the owned and controlled banks. The U.S. entries might surprise you. Afghanistan, Albania, Algeria, Argentina, Armenia, Aruba, Australia, Austria. Whatever, I can't even pronounce that. Bahamas, Bahrain, Bangladesh, Barbados, Belarus, Belgium, Belize, Benin, Bermuda, Bhutan, Bolivia, Bosnia, Botswana, Brazil, Bulgaria, Burkina Faso, Burundi, Cambodia, Cameroon, Canada, Cayman Islands, Central African Republic, Bank of Central African States, Chile, China, Colombia, Comoros, Congo, Costa Rica, West African States, Croatia, Cuba, Cyprus, Czech, Denmark, Dominican Republic, East Caribbean area, Ecuador, Egypt, El Salvador, Equatorial Guinea, Estonia, Ethiopia, European Union, Fiji, Finland, France, Gabon, the Gambia, Georgia, Germany, Ghana, Greece, Guatemala, Guinea-Bissau, Guyana, Haiti, Honduras, Hong Kong, Hungary, Iceland, India, Indonesia, Iran, Iraq, Ireland, Israel, Italy, Jamaica, Japan, Jordan, Kazakhstan, Kenya, Korea, Kuwait, Kyrgyzstan, Latvia, Lebanon, Lesotho, Libya, Uruguay, Lithuania, Luxembourg, Macau, Macedonia, Madagascar, Malawi, Malaysia, Mali, Malta, Mauritius, Mexico, Moldova, Mongolia, Montenegro, Morocco, Mozambique, Namibia, Nepal, Netherlands, Antilles, New Zealand, Nicaragua, Niger, Nigeria, Norway, Oman, Pakistan, Papua New Guinea, Paraguay, Peru, Philippines, Poland, Portugal, Qatar, Romania, Rwanda, San Marino, Samoa, Saudi Arabia, Senegal, Serbia, Seychelles, Sierra Leone, Singapore, Slovakia, Slovenia, Solomon Islands, South Africa, Spain, Sri Lanka, Sudan, Suriname, Swaziland, Sweden, Switzerland, Tajikistan, Tanzania, Thailand, Togo, Tonga, Trinidad and Tobago, Tunisia, Turkey, Uganda, Ukraine, United Arab Emirates, United Kingdom, United States, Vanuatu, Venezuela, Vietnam, Yemen, Zambia, Zimbabwe. So yeah, we pretty much got it all. As you can see, it's a pretty big list. No. Okay, you're going bye-bye. Let's see. And as you can see, here's another list. This one looks like it has even more. It's a lot. Let's just say that. The private company controlled by the Rothschilds, Rockefeller, Morgans prints cash for U.S. government, which pays them for interest for the support, which means that we would reset the nation's debt today and would begin reprinting money. We should be in debt to the Fed for the very first dollar loans from our government. The vast majority living in the USA don't understand the Internal Revenue Service is a foreign agency. 1835, U.S. President Andrew Jackson declared his disdain for international bankers. You are a den of vipers. I intend to root you out, and by the eternal God, I will root you out. If the people only understood the rank injustice of our money and banking system, there would be a revolution before morning. Then followed an unsuccessful assassination attempt on Jackson's life. Jackson had told his vice president, Martin Van Buren, the bank, Mr. Van Buren is trying to kill me. This was the start of an example of interest that would plague the White House itself over the coming decades. Both Lincoln and JFK have been killed for attempting to free the nation of banksters. Venezuela's dictator fires head of central bank. Inflation at 1,600%. And then all of a sudden, this was the article I think you guys heard me saying. I was like, I started seeing this. This actually, there was more. This one's an older one, but there's another article recently, and it made me think. I was like, oh shit, okay. I think we're gonna start seeing some action going on over there. And what do we know? I wish I made this video 4 weeks ago when I was going to. I just didn't have the time. Because I would have literally predicted the future. Venezuela's central bank devalues Bolivar as crisis continues. And you can see they kicked out the central banker. Venezuela President Maduro names new central bank chief. Congratulations to Venezuela central bank chief causing 1,600% inflation. And the reason why this is relevant is because if you look at our dollar, you look at a lot of the other countries' dollars right now, it's intentional. They're intentionally causing hyperinflation. And like I said, I would have basically predicted the future when I saw some of those articles. It was actually that June one, the second one I showed you. I literally had it. I was like, oh man, that means yeah, they're definitely we're gonna start seeing some uptick over in Venezuela. And what do you know? All of a sudden now the country's in upheaval. Rothschild Bank medias. I don't know what that's doing there. Here we go. Isn't it funny how the Philippines pushed out the Rothschild Bank and then boom, ISIS attacks a few weeks to a month or so later? Coincidence? You tell me. And I've told you guys about this. It's very common. It's how it happens, man. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Contrast in 1998 book title of French or whatever. Great Architect of the Universe. Posted that the pyramid is dedicated to a power described as a beast in the book of Revelation. The entire structure is based on the number 6. I'm sorry, France. So did you know that Le Pen was the most popular with ages 18 to 24? Macron's biggest support from 65 plus, no joke. It's likely they went for him because Le Pen would drop the euro and go back, etc., etc. Global elite, which appealed to his young. New consciousness is multiplying based on the rising vibratory rate. The contrast, yeah. All right. Let's see. What I was trying to find on this. Victory speech by President Macron of France in front of a pyramid built with 666 pieces of glass. So if you guys look in the background, there's pyramid of glass, okay, and there's 666 pieces of glass in that pyramid. All that shit's intentional. They do it all intentionally. It's all to mock us. Oh, it's the same thing there. We're a tool in the hidden hand that is using you. Please don't be delusional. The rulers of this world practice confusing you, as I've told you guys over and over and over again. Debt slaves, birth, school, labor, taxes, debt, education, media, government, world population control, all those corporations I taught you guys about that all lead back to the same families. World resource control, tax revenue, central banks, interest revenue, world financial control, aka like the BIS and that, think tanks, okay, powerful sub families, committee of 300, and then let's see, what do we got? World's richest families, and then the family, the 13 here. Okay. My name is Jacob Rothschild. My family is worth $500 trillion. We own nearly every central bank in the world. We finance both sides of every war since Napoleon. We own your news, the media, your oil, and your government. You've probably never heard of me. Why the U.S. might not like Syria. Syria's central bank is state-owned. Syria has accumulated no IMF debt. Syria has banned GMO seeds. Syria has oil and gas reserves. Syria has dropped the U.S. dollar. That's why we're fighting them. That's why our army, aka ISIS, was over there. It was created by CIA, created by the bankers. The world plus the Rothschilds. Okay? Just think about it. All the cell phones, everybody walking around staring at a screen like a zombie. This one got taken down. There's probably something good too. There are only 5 countries left in the world without a Rothschild central bank. Isn't it funny? We're always at war with these countries. It's actually 3. We're always at war. There's always something that's going to happen with them. Notice that? Dropped the US dollar in 2000. Dropped the US dollar in 2009. Okay, Hussein, Gaddafi. Dropped the US dollar in 2006. Do you understand what's happening yet? Okay? It's not even the dollar itself. It's dropping going against the bankers, the central bankers. You can name these people and what they do, but not this man and what his family has done, then your level of knowledge is exactly where he wants it. What do these men have in common? They refused to accept American dollars for oil, and their central banks were not owned by the Rothschild family. Saddam was hanged, and Gaddafi was shot. Modern slaves are not in chains, they're in debt. This is all stuff that we've been talking about. Bill Gates, Evelyn de Rothschild, worth 61 billion US dollars. Impressive. With the exception of 3 countries, every dollar of currency on the earth is an IOU to my family. Very impressive. Before 9/11, there were 7 countries without a Rothschild-owned central bank: Afghanistan, Sudan, Cuba, North Korea, Iran. As of 2012, there's only 3 left to invade, take over, and acquire before the world's wealth is controlled by a single family. This should scare you. Damn right it should. Israel downed a Syrian jet inside of Syria, concealed by U.S. airstrikes. Israel opens al-Nusra path to Lebanon under the prosecution of the U.S. attack and his other targets. Israel now practically established a no-fly zone next to the Golan, which will allow Jabhat al-Nusra to safely use the corridor and attack Hezbollah and Golan in the South Lebanon. It also opens space for new attacks on Damascus, al-Nusra, and al-Qaeda linked group. Just so you guys don't know, I mean, I don't know if you've been watching my videos, you know that the Rothschilds are they're Jewish Zionist bankers from Germany, but yeah, it's all connected, man. Israel is and the Rothschilds and the banking cartels are all in cahoots with each other. Dollar, receipt for dollar, counterfeit receipt. This is the silver and gold back receipt. This is the Federal Reserve note. So this is a real dollar. This is the fake money. And then Hugo Chavez demands 99 tons of Venezuela gold returned from the Bank of England. Alright guys, if you like what I'm doing, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, do so now as we're just getting started. Most importantly, share this information, get it out. Leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. Much love guys. I hope this was an eye-opener and helped. Much love and God bless you.